So recently I came across this fun post on Reddit that asks basically what unusual / unique chimps combinations do you like using? And I thought that I would go through some of them and test them out. So let's do it. So this commenter says that anything plus absolute zero and primary mentoring. Now that's an interesting combination that I don't think I've actually used before. So let's give it a shot. Well, here I am in a game of Chimps on Luminous Cove, and I just realized that this strategy does have the added benefit of being able to use Snowstorm, although I don't know if we're going to be able to use it with this mob. Okay, I think if we can just get the ability up, we should be completely fine. Once these guys come out, no, interesting. So this actually has a pretty bad early game. It requires a good amount of early game investment that just isn't entirely useful. Snowstorm is like good if you specifically need a water placement or potentially killing a mob because you don't have any mob defense, but let's see, can we do it here? Come on, come on. Why? Not a great start for this strategy, I have to say. There we go. It did get past 40. Okay, 49. We actually ended up dying, but I mean, we can use the Snowstorm. I think it'll actually be pretty good against these Cerams, so let's try it now. It's kind of excellent against the Cerams, I have to say. But absolute zero is ours. Look at that. Around 50 absolute zero. And no reason basically not to spam it, too. It comes up really, really quickly, especially with the primary mentoring. I actually don't think you need... Let's see if we can freeze. We can actually freeze camos with this thing, so there's basically no reason to get the radar scanner. It is pretty nice that this thing can hit every type of balloon, too. Obviously not doing any damage, but it's worth something. I'm very interested to see what it's going to do against 63. I'll tell you what would be actually a really good combination, or a really good tower, specifically with these two, is the Energizer, because you're going to get the XP gain from this, and you're going to get a faster uptime with this. I bet with an Energizer, we could just basically ride to the end, maybe? Maybe we could beat all 100 rounds, I'm not sure. Round 63, though? Well, we don't have enough Pierce, I think, but, it's not looking terrible. Let's... Wait, we didn't even have to use absolute zero? It's also freezing balloons just regularly and slowing them down. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this. Interestingly, it doesn't seem to slow BFBs down too much. Maybe it does. I will say so far it's not been a bad save up. 31k. This is Luminous Cove, though, again. It's not exactly the hardest map. It's like maybe one of the easiest intermediate maps in the game. 75, though. A little bit of a scary round here. Let's slow things down. We could try to get like everything in the screen at once. I think that's actually everything. And we can use Churchill ability to clean up, along with an absolute zero. And it looks like 75 is ours. Maybe, maybe. Ah! Spoke too soon. But with a little bit of ability manipulation here, I think it is entirely possible. But still a little close, I have to admit. Now, what is it going to do against this round? Basically trivializes it. That's interesting. That's a lot of value, I have to say. Getting this thing early, having a solution for 63, having a solution for 76, having a solution for 78, that's pretty good value. And it's like still good late game. Ooh, look at that damage. Hey. 78 though? Oh, dude, this thing is a Ceram machine. Maybe? Did I speak too soon again? It's definitely helped quite a bit with that wave. But A Saram machine? Maybe not. We can freeze this. We can Churchill, and we lose. Interesting. Can this thing still not affect zebras? I'm not sure. The freeze definitely can affect the zebras. No, but it's still losing, though. So it's not actually a solution. 76 seemed like it was incredibly good, but now that we are getting a little bit farther into 78, it seems like its value actually does diminish just a little bit. We're actually not going to slow this thing down, so maybe we can get it a little bit earlier. When all this stuff is coming out, we freeze, do a level 3, so we can clean those up really, really well. That's the Saram wave. Churchill level 3 is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. Okay, well, DDTs, we can hit DDTs. Absolute Zero does hit DDTs. So let's see what it can do. Well, it turned a loss into a win on round 90. That's, I mean, worth something. Round 91 looks like it's going to help a little bit, but we're seeing the cracks start to show in this defense. I would like to end this off with about $80,000 in the bank. Okay, 92 definitely showing some cracks. Specifically, we are struggling against fortified balloons. Is it enough just to add a shattering shells in? It might be. I want to save this hook in. Ooh, I maybe should have saved the Absolute Zero, but I mean, it kind of doesn't matter. We have it up right away. That's pretty good. It's, yeah. So this thing actually makes it go a little bit faster. The primary mentoring makes the Absolute Zero timer reduce more quickly. It's one of the few things in the game that actually reduces ability cooldown. So it's a pretty cool, it's got some pretty cool synergies. I know that a while ago, a few updates ago, people were using primary expertise to get a full super maelstrom up, which is really interesting. We definitely want to be using our abilities full time, completely off cooldown. That's the word I'm looking for. We want to use our abilities off cooldown as much as possible during this round, and any round like this, basically. But I don't know. We have our abilities, so use them. I definitely want some abilities back up for next round, so we're not going to destroy these ZOMGs with any abilities if we can help it. We want everything back up, although we do have that buffer of the lead balloons and the purple balloons at the beginning of 95, so yeah, we'll have everything back up. But I'm very interested to see how the Absolute Zero does in this round. Can we get 2 Absolute Zeros off for this round? So I want them to be like this, then we want to hook them in, then we can mow Barrage probably and use level 3. Can we get a second Absolute Zero? What could we do to actually remedy this? Is a Sabo enough? Let's try a Sabo. Even more slowdown, so hopefully we can get the Absolute Zero back up. Okay, so we want to freeze, level 3. Then maybe do a Barrage. Sabo here. Let's do a hook in, another freeze. And I think that might be good enough. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. No, it's still not good enough. Absolute Zero, you're letting me down just a little bit here. That there's no way we can get like 3 abilities off. Let's do this. Let's do a Mob Barrage. Let's do a Sabo. Wait for the hook in. Wait for the hook in. We Absolute Zero now. Can we wait for the hook in? Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. We even had a level 3 ability up at the end. And an absolute 0 up at the end. That's much, much better. Level 3 here. Oh, that's so much better, dude. We just totally messed our abilities up. Yeah. And the cleanup of the absolute 0 actually is, like, pretty good. Dude, especially if you get refreeze, it can be used as a cleanup tower. Definitely be hooking in, definitely be doing this and this. Okay, we can do that early. Wait for these things. Hook in, we can slow down. Sabo. Another absolute 0, another hook in, another barrage. Maybe shouldn't have used the barrage here. But absolute 0, you gonna come in clutch? Come on, come on. Get back up, get back up. Level 3, oh dude, it's so close. We can definitely do that. Let's not use the moat barrage this time because I think it just flooded us with cerams that we didn't want. Leave it alone. Level 3. We might be getting overrun. We might be getting overrun here. Absolute 0, absolute 0. Right off cooldown. Can we get a pull in? Do we need a pull in? No, we don't need a pull in. We've got this. Absolute 0 that. Level 3, just in case. And here is 99. With the pull in, with the absolute 0, with the moat barrage. Dude. Made quick work of 99, and we're kind of on track to getting about a 80k. If we can beat this, this is going to be pretty tough. If we can just pop this outer layer, we've basically got this, but that's kind of a tall order with this defense. There's 20%. Are we going to be able to get, there's 40%. Can we get another barrage off, or did we use it in a bad timing last round? I think we used it at a bad time. Well, we can get another one off. Come on, come on, can we pop it? Okay, okay, okay. We can just have a little bit of bad damage here. We can do this.
Bruh, bruh.
Okay, well, I don't know. I'm not going to be able to get more than 80,000. I'm not going to be able to do it. It looks like it's probably possible on this round to do that, but it's extremely difficult. So on a map this easy, with a strategy like this, just throwing it together, I don't know. Maybe it's a fun strategy, I think, but it's not the best strategy in the world. On to the next one. Okay, here's one from I Tend to Correct You. 420 Glue Gunner with Etienne as hero. You don't need to worry about literally any balloons that aren't mobs for at least the first 100 rounds. Frees you up to concentrate entirely on building an anti-mob defense. Very interesting. Let's check it out. Now, I'm pretty interested to see how this strategy does against the early game in particular, because it seems like you need to probably get camo onto this thing as early as you can, because that's the one thing it can't hit right now. But according to the post, you don't have to worry about basically cleaning up anything with the 420 here, so well, I'll believe it when I see it. Is it weird to anyone else that Etienne can't see camo to start off with? You have to get him to level 5. That kind of is strange to me every time I use him. You probably can't get Etienne up this early in any map, but it was able to get camo balloons before round 24, so that's something. All right, let's see what the lead rounds are like. Man, that was a hard sentence to say. Let's see what the lead rounds are like. I don't know why that was so difficult, but it kind of is difficult to say. The lead rounds are like. The lead rounds are like. Yeah, seems like it's doing fairly well against them. Pierce is getting to be a little bit of a problem here, but it managed to handle 31 fine. Now, instead of getting to a dollar amount this time, like I did with the absolute zero, what I think I want to do is die on round 35. No, what I think I want to do is aptly get the mad, because they said save up for mob damage. Well, there ain't no mob damage like the mad. Come on, win. Just barely. Wow. And it also is appropriate because the Reddit post had a mad on it. Ah, one balloon. Okay, well, I guess we do have enough for liquefier now, so let's go start with that. Super fast popping now. And we'll go for a glue splatter. There it is. The 420, the thing that apparently is going to solve all of our cleanup problems for the rest of the game. Well, you know, we'll see. Like always, we will see. Okay, level 4 ability here. Just break it down to cerams and we should be fine. Ooh, yeah, look at that ceram damage. That's really good. That's promising. Well, we're at the 1/4 mark, but cracks are definitely starting to show. We just got the UCAV, actually, so maybe the cracks are not showing? Well, we've got a BFB. This could spell trouble for this defense. But we'll see. Just pop these mobs and, yeah, it disappears. Look at that. So much for the crack showing, what, 7 rounds ago? We really haven't had any problems. I mean, these rounds are definitely coming out quite a bit more difficult now, but, I mean, also we haven't used any of our abilities. So we're definitely going to need to use an ability against these fortified mobs, though. Yeah. Halfway point for the mad, though. UCAV early should be able to do this pretty easily. Yeah. No issues. No issues at all. Right. Right. Let's see what the Pierce looks like for 63. The Pierce is not there for 63. Yeah, that's definitely not what the Reddit post implied. Again, the Reddit post implied that you just had to create mob defense, and the first 100 rounds were free. But this thing is definitely flopping against 63, which is weird because I would have figured this actually would be good against 63. Okay, powerful darts as well. We'll use the swarm here and see how this all does. That is just so close. That is so close, dude. Okay, we have the little acid pools down. So they just disappeared. That's not good. No. Okay. Well, yeah, let's use this primary training for good use here. Maybe an ice shards. And deep freeze. Sure. This should definitely help us through this. Or it's going to freeze literally one rainbow. Oh, no. It's probably going to work, and we're not even going to have to use an ability. Yeah, we're probably not going to have to use an ability here. Well, ice is good. 75 here, though. Can we do it without using an ability? We'll see. UCAV now. Just at least weaken these things down. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty close. See how this all does. Any abilities need to be used? We probably can beat this without using an ability, actually. Maximize your Pierce on your Dartling Gunner. Help this guy out a little bit earlier. No more regrows left. And yeah, look at that. No abilities needed. Let's check a pop count now. We have 92,000 and 57,000. Also 32,000 here and 53,000 here. So the Dartling Gunner definitely is outpacing, but it's also getting the first crack at the balloons. So, I don't know. 50,000 though, just past the 50,000 mark. Probably use this right now. We'll have our abilities back up when the next Ceram wave comes out, but actually pretty close. And there's no way in hell this thing is beating all those Cerams. If it was struggling against 63, it's gonna, like, totally die against 78. In fact, look at this. Even with the Rocket Storm, we're dying. Interesting, interesting. I guess having this BFB... Let's use the Drone Swarm now to try and get rid of this BFB a little bit earlier. Then we can use the Rocket Storm as well, just a little bit earlier. And, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Look at that. Just pop everything down to these fortified ceramics, and we are really getting very, very close to this MAD. I've definitely had more difficult MAD save-ups, I'll say that. Okay, we definitely are struggling against this right here. Let's use this and wait for it to come back around so we can use this. And then, can we use UCAV now and glue all the ceramics? Glue all the ceramics, please. Look at that. We actually did have enough money for the MAD, though. So, let's use this early. Here. There you go. There's the MAD, ladies and gentlemen. And let's just melt all of these MOAB class balloons now. This strategy should be quite satisfying. And this is going to really start the real test for this glue gunner down here, because he is going to be handling a lot of fortified Ceram, or super Cerams, and fortified super Cerams. So it's definitely on for this guy. Yeah, man, this thing's actually handling the super ceramics better than it was handling the ceramics. That's interesting. Fortified super ceramics, not really looking like they're that much of a problem. Okay, things are starting to get really, really dense now. Really, really dense. Can we do it? It cannot keep up. Maybe kill these a little bit more slowly. Point things over here. Point things over here. Point things over here. That is too dense. It is too dense. So it actually fails on 91 here. Well, let's use some abilities and see if the problem is actually with the front and not the back. Okay, using the ability actually did get us past it. Still putting in some cleanup work in the 90s, though. Like, look at this. It's doing fairly well. Yeah, I was a little bit scared there, but it kept up. Now, how's it going to do against, like, 94? Well, we'll see about that. Okay, 94. This is the first extreme dense round of the first 100 rounds, I would say. The first of 3. No. Okay, let's use the ability just a little bit earlier there. Not worried at all about 95. Use the ability here, maybe? Is that going to be too much? That is going to be too much. Okay, even with that ability, it seems to be falling behind. I kind of just want to get, like, the balloon solver at this point, but that's not what the comment said. The comment said that this would solve, get rid of all ceramics and cleanup, basically for the rest of the game. For the first 100 rounds, it said. And it is clearly not doing this. This is even a quite good area for it to be. It has a lot of area not only to hit the balloons, but it also has area to let the balloons dissolve over here. This is clearly not good enough for the first 100 rounds. It's hardly good enough for the first I don't know, 95 rounds. If you had really, really, really good placement, like, I don't even know what map it would be, but yeah, upgrading to the solver is by far the thing that you need to do in these late rounds. I mean, that was 94. That wasn't even 96 or, 98. I'll say this about this strategy. It's pretty simple. I mean, if you look at the towers we have on screen, we basically have like 5 towers, and that's it. I mean, we put the 2 dart monkeys down a little bit earlier, but... Oh, is Solver going to be able to do this? Yeah, Solver. Solver's the GOAT. Solver's like the actual cleanup GOAT. The 4-2-0 is better than I thought it was, if I'm being honest. But, yeah, you don't mess with the Solver when it comes to cleanup. All right. And the bad shouldn't be a problem at all. There you go. Super, super easy. I'd give the strategy maybe a 7 out of 10. It's definitely overhyped in the comment, but whatever. Well, this comment is simple enough. 3 specters under a MIB. So again, I'm kind of strawmanning this strategy a little bit. I have the 3 specters here. I've got a Rosalia, we double discounted. We've got the MIB here. I think everything is going to go just peachy, but I expect this to potentially get to round 100. Let's see how it does. It's very, very powerful against round 82, but as we get into the 90s, we'll see. But this does definitely feel like Flying Fortress at home. Why is this the GOAT strategy today? Look at this. I haven't touched my keyboard or mouse since round 80. And we are seemingly doing okay. Let's see what it can do against 98 here. But 96 looked completely fine. 98 does end up dying, though. Very, very good strategy. Let me try to maybe use Rosalia ability here. Is that going to work? Maybe a few Rosalia abilities? Like this? Okay. No, still not going to work. It does seem to flop a little bit around this round, but we do have $65,000 up, so this is definitely not terrible. Let's go ahead and use this ability. Let's use this early and this early. Are we going to be able to do this? Round 98, it's a pretty tough round. We'll put you on first here, and we'll launch that off. Are we going to get overwhelmed? It's so close. Use the ability here. And it actually does it. Wow. 99 though. 99. Not quite clean with it, but not quite dirty either. That might just be like an ace problem. Let's use this. Don't want to use our ability. Wow, look at this. We actually didn't have to use anything else. We have about 80K left over. Now, I don't know, round 100's been a little bit of a troublemaker today, except with that mad strategy, obviously. But round 100 looks like it's going to be absolutely fine. Like, actually absolutely fine. Look at that. That was pretty clean, and the save up was nice as well. I'll give this one like a, I don't know, an 8 or a 9 out of 10.